I was like, I want to know what she's doing with her life. I want to know where she lives. I want to know if it's beautiful. You know, I want to be a part.
You're going to be a part of her life. What's going on?
I have really bad anxiety, so after all of the people come, but he is literally standing right there beside me. I mean, like...
Her husband?
Yeah, like, you know, I go around and I remember telling you that I was digging through my purse, you know. I seen him coming, I was like, say something to me, you know, I froze. I was like...
The legal framework of this case turns on a question courts are increasingly asked to answer. When a private individual covertly attaches a tracking device to another person's vehicle and follows that person's movements for hours, does the law treat it as a crime? And if so, which one? In Georgia, the answer is Georgia Code Section 16590, the Stalking Statute. This analysis addresses how that statute applies, why the subject's benign intent does not resolve the question, and what the officer's handling of the interview means under federal constitutional law.
What y'all want to do, but I'm adopted. I know my biological parents. I'm not in contact with them, but I recently got back in contact with her, just the mom. She lives in Jackson County. She is, this is my assumption. I think she might have put that on there because she's crazy. Mm-hmm. But I mean, of course I can't just say it's her. But,
how'd you find out the AirTag was on there?
My phone pinged, so it has that thing where you can like, if
Someone's
something's following you, you can.
I gotcha.
Disable it. So.
Okay. Do you know where your biological mother lives?
Yeah, 131 Georgia.
Is that in a neighborhood or?
Yeah, it's a neighborhood. It's an arcade, technically.
Okay.
Back where the volunteer firefighter is, it's back that way.
Yeah, that's nice. Okay.
I don't know if it was her because
right.
It was put on. I don't know if it's actually her, but she's. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
It just weirded me out.
How long? It said it's just on here today.
Yeah, yep. Like it literally within the past 2 hours.
Okay.
And then she got fired.
I got the Walmart and then the Walmart or that Hamilton Mill exit, and then from there all the way up to here.
I wonder how long it takes Apple to
Just give me a rundown. How did we get here today?
I reached out to Madison. I've had her number. I reached out to her and to talk to her. And she wanted me to, she said, yeah. First she would meet with me so I could see her, hear her voice, talk to her. And then she said that she got married. And then I didn't hear from her for a while. I don't know, a week. It might have been days.
So when you talked to her in August, was that the first time you've talked to her in years, or because I know you said I lost her when she was 12 or 13, 14, whatever.
Yeah.
So I guess 10 or 12 years ago.
Yeah, but I know who she was adopted by.
Okay.
Sue.
Okay.
And I reached out to her too, but she said she's in school, she's graduated high school, but there's never been a communication. But it's me wanting to communicate. It's me wanting to say, hey, how are you? How's life?
Yeah. Y'all talk in August or texting?
We just
August.
text.
Okay, text in August. Then what happens?
I'm like, she's not going to call. She's not, let me search Facebook to see. Then I see that they're going to a church in Tequila. So.
You went to church in Tequila?
I went to church in Tequila.
How did you know which car she was driving?
I watched her get out of it. I watched her.
You got there, I guess, early, and then when they get there, I see her, and then okay, I got you. I'm tracking.
I did not know what she drove or what.
Prior to that.
Exactly.
Okay. You see, I guess, her and her husband walk in the church.
No, I had pulled where the guest people, special parking.
Okay.
I pulled right there, and I just sat and watched people. It's like, I know she's got to come today, because remember me telling you that that whatever date that was, the Sunday prior, she wasn't there.
Right.
Or he wasn't there. I didn't see him.
Okay. So once you see them, they pull in, they get out of the vehicle, then what happens?
I freeze.
Yeah. So you're in the car and you see them go in, and so then what happens?
I literally sat there for a while.
So you,
Let me think. See them go in. I sat there for about 10, 15 minutes, and I go get me something to eat because I hadn't ate. I went to McDonald's.
okay. You go to McDonald's, you
Go to
get you something to
McDonald's,
eat,
get me something to eat.
and then you come back to the church, I'm
Come back to
guessing?
the church.
And so,
To work up my courage to go in.
yeah, I got you. Somewhere, when you get back from McDonald's, at some point, I'm guessing when you return back from McDonald's, that's when the AirTag comes in, you're like,
I have it on me. No, I didn't. I still have it in my purse. I haven't put it on there yet.
okay, I'm tracking. All right, so then what happens?
I go into church. They greet me. I sit in the back pew.
Is this a large church, a smaller church?
Yeah, it's like,
I mean, if you had people-wise, with 50 people, 200 people,
I don't know. It's pretty big.
pretty big, okay.
Yeah.
The last time she laid eyes on you was when she was being adopted, I guess, during all the,
I don't know.
oh, gotcha.
I mean, if she searched my Facebook page, she could see me.
Okay, I'm tracking. So you go into the church, sitting on the back row, and you said they said stand up, shake hands.
No, I mean, you know, everybody's gathering, and then the music plays, and then they were like, you know, we're standing anyway.
Yeah,
And they're like, you know, go around, greet people.
reach across the aisle or something.
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah.
I got you, okay.
But remember, I see her come through the double doors.
That's right, because you're already seated in the church,
Yes, I'm in the church.
and then they come through the double doors, and you're like,
I seen her. I didn't see him.
oh, got you.
I just seen her.
And you're like, oh, there she is.
Yeah, I was like,
And you're like,
I was excited.
yeah, I got you.
But the text was I should have waited, but I didn't. I should have waited for her in her time.
Yeah.
But like I said, I didn't.
So you see her walk through the double doors, and
I think she noticed me. Because, or maybe it was, I hope she noticed me.
right. No, I got you. And so what did she do? Did she just go to
I
the
mean,
seat?
if she didn't, maybe,
Well, there's a lot of people there too.
Yeah.
You got to think. It's not like it's just 5 or 10 people sitting
Yeah.
there, you know. And I walked in the building, and there were people that I knew. I went to a classroom one time and walked right by a guy that I worked with, and he moved to a different agency just a year prior. I walked right by him, sat down. I hear somebody saying, "Sauce." I look up, and he's like looking back, like, "Bro, like, come up here and sit." And I literally walked right by. So it can
Yeah.
happen. It can happen.
so she comes through, and I'm like, yes, I can see her.
At what point is the AirTag? Where does that come in at?
Okay, so we shake in at. He
Shaking
shakes my
hands.
hand.
Who
I mean,
does?
just different people
Oh,
shakes my
okay.
hand. Everybody's around me, and then, you know, I freeze, and then I see him, and then all
And does he
emotions.
know you, I guess?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. So I know I had it in my pocketbook. So
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I got to see her. Maybe I shouldn't put it on there. I was doubting myself. Maybe I should.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I want to know what she's doing with her life. I want to know where she lives. I want to know if it's beautiful. You know, I want to be a part.
You want to be a part of her life and what's going on.
I have really bad anxiety, so after all of the people come, but he is literally standing right there beside me. I mean, like,
Her husband?
yeah, like, you know, I go around, and I remember telling you that I was digging through my purse, you know. I seen him coming, I was like, say something to me, you know. I froze. I was like, you
Yeah.
know. And then I was digging through my purse because I was like, did you send out, and in my mind I was thinking, did you send out a text I was here? You know, all of this. I don't know how they're talking. I don't
Yeah.
know what the communication is between them. I don't know. We take communion. He preaches, teaches, and I pull it, and I said, but I got to see her. That's the point of even coming. So I popped it on her car.
Yeah.
I was like, I want to know more.
What does it do? Does it like stick to the bottom of the car? Because I guess it's in the wheel well is what I was told. And it just, is it magnetic?
Georgia Code Section 16590 defines stalking as following: placing under surveillance, or contacting another person without their consent for the purpose of harassing and intimidating them. The statute presents 4 elements: following or surveillance, another person, without consent, and harassing and intimidating purpose. 3 of those 4 elements are undisputed on these facts. The subject placed a tracking device on the victim's vehicle without consent, monitored her movements for hours, and physically drove to locations where the victim was present after checking the AirTag's GPS data. The contested element is the fourth. The Georgia Supreme Court addressed the harassing and intimidating element directly in State v. Burke in 2010, holding that courts must examine the effect on the victim and the totality of the conduct, not solely the actor's subjective motivation. A person may commit stalking without intending to frighten the victim, provided that a reasonable person in the victim's position would experience the conduct as harassment and surveillance. The subject's stated motivation was love and a desire to reconnect. Burke makes that motivation legally irrelevant to the statutory analysis. What matters is how a reasonable person in the daughter's position would experience having her movements covertly tracked all day. Her decision to report the conduct to police answers that question. Georgia Code Section 16592 provides specific exemptions from the Stalking Statute for law enforcement officers, licensed private investigators, and parents monitoring the activities of their minor children. None of those exemptions apply here. The daughter is an adult. The subject is her biological parent, not her legal parent. The subject holds no investigative license. When the legislature enumerated the exemptions from the Stalking Statute, it drew the line where biology ends and legal parenthood begins. The subject's case falls on the wrong side of that line. Georgia Code Section 161162 extends the legal analysis beyond the stalking charge. That statute prohibits observing the activities of another in any private place without consent. The subject tracked the victim from a church parking lot, a public space, to a Walmart, also public, and finally to her home in a gated residential community. The home is the location the law protects most aggressively. The AirTag's disclosure of the victim's private residential address to someone she had not authorized to find her there represents the most serious dimension of the conduct and the strongest application of Section 161162. The constitutional framework for location tracking privacy is supplied by Carpenter v. United States, decided by the Supreme Court in 2018. The court held that the government's warrantless access to 7 days or more of historical cell site location data violates the Fourth Amendment, reasoning that individuals retain a reasonable expectation of privacy in the comprehensive record of their physical movements. Carpenter governs state action, not private conduct, but its privacy logic is the direct ancestor of Georgia's statutory prohibition on private tracking. Both recognize the same principle. Systematic, covert monitoring of a person's movements over time is an invasion of privacy the law must address, regardless of who is doing the monitoring. The most consequential constitutional issue in this case is not one that harmed the subject, it is one that protected the investigation. The subject came to the police station voluntarily after seeing her AirTag's location data showed it was at the police department. She was not summoned, not under arrest, and not detained during the interview. Under Oregon v. Mathiasen, decided by the Supreme Court in 1977, a suspect who comes voluntarily to a police station and is free to leave is not in custody for Miranda purposes. Miranda warnings were not required. Every statement the subject made, including her complete confession at the moment she said "I popped it on her car," was legally obtained without a Miranda advisement and is fully admissible. Miranda v. Arizona in 1966 requires rights advisement before custodial interrogation. The word custodial does the work. The officer determined correctly that this was a non-custodial, voluntary encounter. He was not required to read rights, and doing so would have been legally unnecessary. What the subject possessed and chose not to use was the right to leave, the right to say nothing, and the right to consult an attorney before speaking. She acknowledged in the interview that she knew the conduct could result in criminal charges. She walked into a police station anyway and provided every element of the offense in her own words. Oregon v. Mathiasen permits that outcome. Miranda does not prevent it. The Apple AirTag's role in this case raises a policy dimension worth addressing explicitly. AirTags were marketed as devices for locating personal belongings. Following documented cases of AirTags being used for covert vehicle tracking, Apple implemented anti-stalking features in iOS 14.5 that automatically notify iPhone users when an unrecognized AirTag has been traveling with them for an extended period. That feature made this case. It alerted the victim, produced the physical evidence, and led the subject to voluntarily surrender. The same technology that enabled the stalking detected it. That is precisely what the anti-stalking feature was designed to do. It functioned as intended.
No.
So what do you?
It's in a case.
Yeah.
I know this is crap, but I'm telling the truth, and I just popped it up there.
I'm asking, how does it attach?
It was a sticky.
Oh, it's a sticky on it. Oh, okay, I got you. Now I'm trying. Okay, gotcha. So once you this AirTag is stuck to the bottom of her car in a wheel well, with the little sticky. So then what do you do?
I was like, where's she going? Are they coming out yet? Do they know what I'm driving? Whatever. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Then I go eat again.
Mm-hmm. Then eventually they come out.
But I didn't. I seen them come out, so I left because I knew it was on there.
Yeah, no, I got you. I'm guessing once you left, then at some point you eat again, and then you check your phone, and you're like, oh, okay, they're at Walmart, okay. And you said you got to see her eat a donut.
Yeah.
I'm guessing. Did you walk in the Walmart, or you was outside?
Mm-hmm. Where it binged, because it bings where the key was. I seen where their car was.
Okay, so you gotta pull it, I guess, kind of in the vicinity to where you can see the car get up. Okay, and again, I don't think you meant any ill intention or meant to cause any harm or trouble or anything like that there. You just want to lay eyes on her, just want to see her. Are you aware of how she found it and all that good stuff?
I figured somebody told her.
Okay, no. So what happens is, like my boy's got an AirTag on his wallet.
Yeah.
And if he rides with me, we go around places, it'll say AirTag's been following you for however long.
Oh.
So that's when you start.
I was an Android phone, and then I got this phone August the 16th.
No, I got you. Okay, so that's how she would find out. So after Walmart, what do we do? Like, so we see she eats a donut, and I guess they get in their car and they're leaving out of Walmart. So then what do we do?
I eat again. I went to the Mexican restaurant.
Okay, and then you
go home.
And at what point? I guess
No, I didn't go home. I ate, and what did I do? I ate, and then I mean, it takes me a while to eat, so I don't know, about an hour. Mm-hmm. And then I see where it's at, and I'll follow it. Because she lives in Jefferson.
Gotcha.
At the gated community.
That's when you saw where she lived at the gated community, okay. And then eventually you go home at some point, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I went and I painted.
Okay, I got you.
I painted.
And then at what point do you see it's head to the police department?
I woke up about 5 o'clock.
Yesterday afternoon, just took a nap.
This morning.
Oh, this morning, and saw it at the police department. Yeah. And you're like, why is my AirTag at the police department?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I decided to face the music.
Well,
I know they can be criminal charges, stalking charges, serious charges.
Yeah. Any charge to me is serious, but it's not like it's a felony or nothing like that. But any questions that you have for me, anything that I should have asked you that I did not ask you, or anything you'd like to say?
No.
The problem is in this job, many times I have to do stuff that I really don't want to do. Okay. And this is one of them. I'm just going to be honest with you. It's one of those things that if there's anything else that I could do or do something different, I would. But I'm not above the law.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
I told you before you had to do what you had to do.
I know. And so I wish this was going a different outcome, but it's not going to. Now, how we go from here is it's a misdemeanor. Okay. You ever been charged before?
No.
All right, so it won't be that bad on you. Still a serious charge. Don't get me wrong, but nonetheless, if you've never been in trouble, it is a misdemeanor. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a warrant. I'm not going to arrest you today. When do you work again? I'm off tomorrow. I work Wednesday, 12:30 to 8:30. Okay. Well, one day this week I'll get a warrant, and what I'll do is I will try to take. I will call you once I get the warrant signed, and that way you can go over to the Jackson County Jail, turn yourself in, and you get your bond hearing and get out. And I don't want to mess with your work schedule too much. I hate the situation. I really do. I wish there was something else I could do, but you know, misdemeanor situations. You know, what we generally do is we'll go to the victim. Hey, what do you want to do with it? Do you want to press start it? And she said yes. And I guess it's, you know, I don't know, maybe if we would have taken some time, I don't know if I'd made a difference. But so what I'll do then is I'll go ahead and get the warrant, because I can get the warrant today.
Okay.
And you're off tomorrow.
Yeah.
If you turn yourself in first thing in the morning, it's very possible that maybe tomorrow they get you in front of a judge. Well,
I don't have anybody to get me out because my mama don't have no money, so it's just me.
You've never been in trouble before.
No.
And so you've never been arrested before.
No.
All that plays in a lot. Okay? And I'm going to talk to the judge about all this.
The woman is innocent until proven guilty in the court of law. She was charged with stalking, but is currently completing a pre-diversion plan to get the charges dropped. Let me know your personal thoughts on this case down below in the comments. This one is a little bit different, but still is quite unusual, and in my opinion is a pretty big invasion of privacy. But how do you guys feel? As always, I'll see you guys in the next video.
No, I didn't go home. I ate. And what did I do? I ate. And then I mean, it takes me a while to eat, so
Yeah.
I don't know, about an hour. And then I see where it's at, and I'll follow it. Because she lives in Jefferson.
Gotcha.
At the gated community.
That's when you saw where she lived at in the gated community. Okay. And then eventually you go home at some point, I'm guessing.
I went and I painted.
Okay. I got
I
you.
painted.
The officer receives an A+. He conducted a non-custodial voluntary interview under Oregon versus Mathiasen with legal precision, built a complete admissible confession through empathy rather than pressure, correctly identified the applicable Georgia statute, and made the proportional decision to obtain a warrant and allow the subject to turn herself in rather than executing an immediate on-scene arrest. He had probable cause to arrest at the moment the subject said, "I popped it on her car." He chose instead a de-escalatory approach appropriate for a first-time, non-violent, emotionally motivated offender. That was not leniency. It was proportional policing executed well. The subject receives a D. On the conduct itself, she committed a crime she explicitly acknowledged was criminal before she committed it, sustained the surveillance for the better part of a day, and used the tracking data to locate the victim's private residential address. On the legal decision-making, she came to the police station without an attorney, waived every Fifth Amendment protection she possessed, and provided a complete, chronological, self-incriminating account of every element of the offense. The significant mitigating factors, genuine emotional motivation, no prior record, voluntary surrender, full cooperation prevent an F. They do not eliminate the legal and procedural failures. 3 lessons. First, Georgia Code Section 16590 does not include an exception for benign intent. The stalking statute's harassing and intimidating element is assessed objectively from the perspective of a reasonable person in the victim's position, not subjectively from the perspective of the person doing the pass. Tracking, love, curiosity, and a desire to reconnect are not defenses. They are mitigating factors at sentencing. The line between wanting to be part of someone's life and criminally surveilling them is drawn by that person's consent. Consent was absent here, and the statute applied. Second, Oregon versus Mathiasen is one of the most misunderstood rights protections in American criminal law. Miranda warnings are not required whenever police ask questions. They are required when a suspect is in custody. A person who walks voluntarily into a police station has not been seized. They are free to leave. They are free to say nothing. They are free to ask for an attorney before saying a word. The subject in this case knew the conduct was criminal, came to the station anyway, and answered every question without legal counsel. Miranda did not fail her. She chose not to invoke the rights Miranda protects. Third, the AirTag anti-stalking notification system is now a documented tool of law enforcement investigation not by design, but by consequence. When Apple built the alert feature to protect victims from unwanted tracking, it also created a mechanism by which the tracker's own location data leads directly to law enforcement contact. In this case, the subject's AirTag reported its own location to the person she was surveilling, and that person brought it to police. The technology made the case, preserved the evidence, and prompted the voluntary surrender. Suspects who use consumer tracking technology to surveil others should understand that the same technology is designed to expose them. Thanks for watching. Drop your thoughts on the case in the comments below, and check out Street Bodycam for more police interaction and courtroom content.